This film, Driving Black in America, I was inspired to do this film because of course, the state that the world is in at this moment. But I always try to push beyond what you think that it's really about. So when most people do it and hear Driving Black in America, you think it's strictly about the police and the police brutality. It's not. Driving Black in America is more about driving blacks to hate themselves in America and all the things that we had to endure that makes us hate ourselves. And the solution of not hating ourselves is important because, see, if you walk around, drive around, jog around, crawl around with hate affecting you, you affect everything that you touch. Your family, your community, your brothers, your sisters, everything. And I play this character, and his name is called Booth. He reminded me of my grandfather. I love this character I played, and I spelled it Booth, B-O-T-H-E.
Huh? Who are you? B-O-T-H-E. Blessing others through his eyes.
Blessing others through his eyes, which is the acronym for God, because he comes from heaven, but he can't get in heaven. He visited heaven, but he can't stay because he made so many wrongs in his life that he got to go work it off. So he's a working angel. So I play this character, I'm a working angel, and this is one of my missions.
Listen, I've been stuck in the same place for a decade. I can't go backwards. I can't go forward. Can you imagine all your friends and family dying right in front of your face?
I have to figure out how I get this white man who's affected by hate today not to make the decision that would affect his relationship with God forever.
You want a beer, don't you? I got your beer. How's that for a beer, huh? How's that?
And he don't even believe in God at this point because his father just got murdered. And his father actually got murdered by a black man. So I'm trying to figure it out. I'm playing with a Rubik's Cube, and the Rubik's Cube is kind of like a symbol for, his brain. I'm figuring it out like a scientist, but I can't tell him. God is like, no, you can't tell him. You can only influence him. You can't tell him who you are. You can show signs of who you are. So I tell him about his past, and I tell him about things I shouldn't know.
If I can tell you things about yourself that I shouldn't know, then I get to stay in this car, and you got to take me to go get me some of my good old pie life.
Playing this character did a lot for me because I've never sat in a seat with a white person and heard the things that he said to me.
It disgusts me, absolutely disgusts me when I have to take my family to a restaurant and I gotta sit next to a black person and they didn't even wash their hands after they came out the restroom like a filthy animal. That's when I knew we'll never be the same.
Inside of our society and the things that we're going through, it's not just a black and white thing. It's all about hate.
Take your dirty ass hands and get the hell out of my car.
So this piece is the depiction of a black man and a white man having a conversation about socialism.
You sicked your dogs on us. You sprayed us with fire hoses. Then you even beat us with billy clubs. And when we sat in your section, you even spit in our face. Then you had the nerve to gun us down.
Everything that you can imagine that you're going to hear, that you probably heard before, you probably just never heard it like this.
There's segregation now, segregation tomorrow, and segregation forever. See, we couldn't swim in the pools y'all swam in, all the luxury. We couldn't even go see the same doctors in the hospital.
I want to make sure that the masses get to see this, every ethnicity, Muslim, gay, black, white, Asian, celebrities, everything. CeeLo Green is in here. You're going to hear him speak like you probably never heard him speak before.
Do you read? Huh? Are you slow? Huh? I ain't. Because what I'm trying to tell you is that crack was designed to be in only the black neighborhood. People was walking around the ghetto like zombies, walking around, trying to feel that experience again.
After reading and after doing my education on it and getting really, really educated on it, you realize that it really was. It was actually to sterilize a race.
Benjamin Crump, you know, we had to have him. Thank him so much for allowing us to film him.
Racism, slavery, segregation, Jim Crow, and all other forms of racial oppression existed for 400 years. So they expect in 15 years to make up for 400 years. It doesn't even make sense in any way, fashion, or form.
Jazzy Faye, super producer. You know his music, but now you're gonna know his thoughts about some of the most controversial topics that you probably have never heard him speak on.
That's true. Y'all did have to give us a slice of the pie. I mean, that pie was so good, our sweet tooth became a cavity. Look at it, look at it. But you know what we didn't realize? We didn't realize that y'all was the bakery.
People are now affected by hate, and it is worse than cancer. It is worse than crack, because you can identify a crack baby. You can identify someone who may have cancer, but you cannot identify someone that is affected by the #1 disease in the world, and it's called hate.
Y'all just kept driving that hate and driving that hate and driving that hate until it broke us.
Even if we agree to disagree on certain topics, I hope this piece will absolutely move the culture forward, and I only want to move it in one direction, and that's north. So all my Indiegogo supporters, I cannot wait for you to please bless us with your support. I will not let you down. I'm going to make sure this is something that you are super excited about and you can stand behind. And I can't wait till you go on this journey with us. All right? Let's go. Driving Black in America.